All right, everyone, welcome to Deep Dives with Dogs. Today's going to be a little bit of a stranger one today. Ooh, spooky. Today we're going to talk about kind of alien sightings, you could say, UFO sightings throughout history, or strange encounters with the third kind, that kind of stuff. These encounters, we think of them as very modern, and a lot of that has to kick off with Roswell. If you don't know what Roswell is, there was a reported flying saucer that crashed in Roswell, New Mexico, on a ranch, by the Roswell Daily Record. They reported that the Roswell Army Airfield captured this flying saucer. It was reported that the authorities came out and said they didn't do it, but obviously people don't believe them. Still now they don't believe them. They're the government, so understandable. But that kicked off a whole era of American alien sightings, things like that. There are things like in 1961, Barney and Betty Hill getting purportedly by them captured by aliens and probed, I think. I don't remember the whole probe part, but interacting with aliens in that regard. And there have been lots of reports of alien sightings or close encounters with the third kind, all that sorts of thing. After Roswell, it's very common. And even today, people still report seeing aliens, all that stuff. The government has come out and said, "Oh, there's totally aliens, guys." Kinda, not really. They've teased it, but they've only teased that, we've run into unidentified flying objects, which UFOs are a real thing, guys. Not just aliens, to be fair. If you don't know what something is, it's an unidentified flying object. Well, if it's flying. There's also UOs, unidentified objects. Aliens have very much captured the mind of people. However, while we think of alien sightings as a modern thing, they're not really. They have happened throughout history. One of the most famous examples is in 1561. I think it's April 14th, 1561, April 15th, maybe 14th or 15th. Someone have to correct me. But there was a report from people in Nuremberg, Germany, that they witnessed a celestial battle. A battle from spheres, discs, crosses, all going across the sky and fighting. They reported they were flaming. These things were on fire, and they were firing at each other. And this went on for, I think, a few hours. It wasn't like a quick, oh, hey, look, 10 minutes, people looked in the sky. Whoa, that's crazy. And then it was gone. It was a few hours, I believe, is what they said. There's a very famous painting of it that shows the event, at least what people purported to see. And Nuremberg, that's not a small place, Stuff like that being witnessed in Nuremberg, Germany, is kind of a big deal. A lot of people would have seen it. A lot of people reported on it. A lot of those very ancient sources of alien sightings, or maybe visits from God, or gods. A lot of times, a lot of people witness that kind of stuff and reported on it. Rocky's over there barking like crazy. But it is very common that a lot of these ancient reports are a lot of people mentioning them, saying, "Hey, look at all these things. We saw all these things in the sky." I believe there's even an Egyptian account, but that one I don't remember exactly. Rocky, don't bark. He likes to bark. He wants people to come pet him. So bad. And then he barks at him, and that just scares him away. But, there have been many reports throughout history of different encounters of the third kind. The Nuremberg one is just the most famous example of it happening. It's mostly because of what it is. It's a big group of people witnessing a celestial battle, as they put it, like I said. So it's one of those very interesting events. How much truth is there to it? Obviously, we'll never know. It was 1561. That was a long time ago now. That was well over... that would be well over about 500 years almost. So, Rocky, there's nobody even over there. The guy left. The neighbor left. Yep, he's gone. Here comes Jasper. Telling on Rocky. But... and what could that have been? A celestial event? It could have been meteor storm, meteor shower, whichever. Could have been a million things. We just don't know. But aliens have very much gripped the mind of people today. Less of the events being chalked up to God, like the 1561 would have been, and more chalked up to aliens now. Which, to be fair, flying saucers, things like that, they don't sound like God. They sound like aliens. But, well, what you can do. So, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys have ever seen aliens or have a story of your own, put it down in the comments. It's always fun to hear people talk about this. If you believe any of these alien sightings, let me know too. Personally, hard to know. It's just hard to know. A lot of them could be chalked up to lots of other things. But that's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked the video, leave a like. If you have any ways you can improve these videos, leave a comment down below. Just appreciate your feedback. And as always, subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Thank you.